Hello, I'm Manuel.
Hi, I'm Lucas.
And we're two guys who like to cook in underwear. And today we're going to make
Tortilla Española.
Tortilla Española. Join us. Okay, for this Tortilla Española, we have these ingredients here. Lucas, why don't you tell us what they are?
Well, actually, like everybody can see, we have salt, we have pepper, we have potatoes, eggs, and onions.
Okay, we have most of the potato here cut, and we're cutting it very thick because we want the tortilla to be very thick and full. And so we're not cutting these very fine. We're cutting the potatoes very coarse.
Right.
Very coarsely. So they're like this. I'm going to put them in here. Lucas, could you rinse these potatoes? And I'm going to go to work on this onion here.
Thank you.
While Lucas is washing the potatoes, you don't have to wash them, but we prefer to wash them. I'm going to cut the onion. I'm going to halve it. I'm not going to halve it, but I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm just going to go down the sides like this. This is very coarsely chopped. It's not thin. It's very crude and rudimentary. I have a candle there for some reason.
Yeah, tell me why.
Well, the reason why I have the candle there is so my eyes do not burn, because the onions here are very strong. And my eyes will water and burn. And the candle, actually, the flame absorbs the essence of the onion in the air, so my eyes are not burning.
That's true, mine neither.
It's not a wives' tale, it's a reality, man. So these are the onions. Then we're going to move on to frying the potatoes, and we're going to fry them and season them. So we're going to start with the oil. Lucas is going to work on the oil. We use 1 cup and a quarter of extra virgin olive oil, and we need to heat this pan up very high first and get the oil nice and hot. And when we put the potatoes in, we're going to have to lower the heat, because what happens is we cook the outside of the potato first and we don't cook the inside, so hence that's why we need to reduce the temperature of the heat.
So what's next, Manuel?
Next we're going to separate the yellow from the white.
We're going to separate the yellow from the white?
Yes.
That's necessary for make a tortilla española?
Well, you can. It's a preference of mine. You don't have to do it. I prefer to do it because I want the tortilla to be extra fluffy, to have extra air, so to speak. And we want to make it have a little more body to it.
Okay, I see. So then, to be clear, we can do the tortilla española without do this process. It's not necessary.
That's correct.
Okay.
And it's, in fact, why do we call it a tortilla? Because tortillas in Spain are different than the tortillas in America, no?
Well, actually, yes. In Spain, for example, you call a tortilla everything you make with eggs.
So that's eggs and vegetables, or eggs with anchovies, or fish.
Whatever you want.
But it's mostly egg.
It's egg
that we're talking about.
Egg, and then you add whatever you want, or you don't add anything.
Because in America, tortilla is a bread. It's a flat bread, usually made out of corn or flour of some kind.
I see.
Very different. So we're introducing the potatoes to the oil. You can do this by hand, or you can do it with a spatula.
What a nice sound, huh?
Love it. Now the oil is very high here in heat. As soon as I get all of the potatoes inside, then I'm going to turn it down. But the potatoes are cold, and so it's reducing the temperature of the oil. We want to wait until that temperature increases a little bit more before we turn the heat of the oil down. Lucas, this is the point where the oil is bubbling massively. It's just bubbling, bubbling, bubbling.
Yeah,
it's hot enough. So this is the point where we need to reduce the temperature.
So we were at the maximum, and
we were at the maximum. Now we want to go to a low simmer. So I'm going to put it at, say, 4.
So the maximum was 9.
For the electric.
Yeah, because people maybe don't have electric things. Then if we were at the maximum, we go like what? How like?
We want to go. Okay, now we're going to add the onion. And I'm going to use a smaller spatula to incorporate it in there.
Why wouldn't put both together at the first moment? Why the onion later?
Because we want the potatoes to cook a little more than the onion. The potatoes are going to take longer to cook. But we want to get half of that onion in there because we want to flavor the oil and the potatoes with the onion. Some more salt to open the flavor of the onion. This may seem like a lot of salt, but it's not, because
is it true that a tortilla española without onion?
Yes.
I see.
There are tortilla española without onion. There are tortilla española without potato and only spinach.
But then it's called tortilla española?
No, it's called tortilla spinach.
Ah, I see.
Okay, normally this would take anywhere between 30 or 40 minutes to cook at these various temperatures. So what we are looking for is we're looking for the potato to be more and more brown, and we want to get a nice golden brown color to it, and we'll come back to that in a moment. Okay, we've been moving the potatoes around, and they're getting very soft. They feel very soft. They are cooked on the inside. So now to make them more brown, we're going to raise the temperature up to high again for just a few minutes until they get a little brown. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to stir these egg whites. As you can see, these are being whipped into a meringue. All bubbles. And to this I'm going to add the remainder of the black pepper and the salt. And then I'm going to add the yellow. Okay, we're going to strain the potatoes now. I'm going to turn the heat off. And we're going to put, you can see it's a large bowl, and we're going to use a colander.
Right.
Because this is a large pan. If you can manage to use something small, like a small mesh screen strainer, that's great. Use it. But we don't have that kind of finesse because we cook in our underwear. So
right.
We're going to strain all of the oil out, and now we incorporate it into the eggs. We want to do this very quickly because the potatoes, as hot as they are, and the onions, they begin to cook the egg. We mix it very quickly. And now we return it back to the skillet.
That looks fantastic.
And we're going to put the heat on low at about 4 or just above simmer. And we're going to let this cook for a few minutes, and we're going to check every few seconds or so with the spatula around the sides. And this will indicate how much and how long and how much longer the egg and potato need to cook, the tortilla needs to cook. So right now we're just going to let it cook, and then we're going to check it. Okay.
So now it's the what?
Now it's together, it's staying together, and it's going to be nice and brown, we're hoping. We're going to do what's called an inversion. We're going to put the plate on top.
Right?
And this may scare some people, but actually it's not really that scary at all.
It scares me.
And now we slide it back into the pan, and we let the bottom part cook. Now we've waited about 5 or 8 minutes after we've removed it from the heat. The tortilla has continued to cook, and now we're going to transfer it onto the plate the same way we did before, and voila,
That's done.
Wow. Take a bite.
Let me see.
It helps when it goes in the mouth. With that.